Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Azlina. Assalamualaikum. Alright, today I'm going to be teaching you how I sew on paper and use this technique to decorate my handmade cards. And as you can see here, this is an early example of what I've done before many years ago on my handmade card. I use this technique a lot actually to frame the design in the middle, and it's actually very easy. A lot of people wonder how it's done. It's actually very easy. You would need a graph sheet like this. It comes in A4 sizes like this one. So all I did was I measure the size that I want on the card, the width and the length you desire. So you measure it up on the graph paper, and then there's all these lines are actually guides, so that you know where you want the holes to be. So this one is an example of what I already did, and this is the result. This is how you get even straight lines. You won't mess up if you use this graph sheet, because the holes, there's guidelines here. The lines here really helps you to make the holes as even as possible and the line as straight as possible. You don't need a ruler because the lines are already there. Okay, I'll show you an example here. This is actually, I'm using an embossing mat. So I place the card, a thick card. Okay, you need a thick card. You can't use thin paper to sew on, because if you use thin paper you might tear the paper as you sew. So the paper needs to be thick enough, 200 GSM and above. This one is about, the ones I usually use is about 230 GSM. So once you have the measurement ready, all you need to do is place the graph paper on the card, and the card is of course on the embossing mat. Okay, like that. And then you take some pins and you pin it on the paper on all four sides. Okay, so that it won't move. You don't want the design to move around, then the measurement would not be nice. You won't be nicely done. So once you have done that, using a quilling needle or any thick needle that you can find, just poke or pierce the paper like that. So this is if you want to do a simple back stitch, just straight line like that. I won't show you all of it, but this is just an example so that you have an idea of how it's done. Okay, and if you want to do cross stitch, okay, like for example like this one, this is cross stitch. So you have to poke another on the next line here. I don't know if you can see exactly what I'm doing. like that. So you'll get something like this. You can get really nice even lines when you use graph paper. Okay, that's the trick. I never mess things up when I use graph paper. It's so easy. So now I'm going to show you how I sew. I'm using embroidery thread. You can use cross stitch thread as well. And I'm gonna do I'm going to double the yarn. This is a trick that I learned online when you want to start sewing, because before this every time I want to start sewing I would use glue, but this way you won't have to. So like that. So you end up with a loop at the end here. Okay, so what you do is from behind see that there's this loop here. I'm going to do a cross stitch. See, you don't need to glue anything. You can straight away start. It's easy to sew when you use pick cards like this. Okay, and once you have finished doing that, you can either if you want to end your stitch, you can simply go over like that. If you don't want to use glue, if you're not confident with this, you still want to use glue, so what you do is you cut the thread like that, and then I use uhu, and then oh my goodness, I forgot to put some glue there. Okay, so that's how you end it. And so that's cross stitch. If you want to do back stitch, So this one I'm just going to use a single thread. So if it's a single thread, then you need to put glue. And then you can start sewing. If you wish to add some beads, okay, hold on. What you do is it's a bead. Okay. See how easy it is? I hope you will give this a try. There's so many designs that you can make with this technique. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Till we meet again. Bye.